Hello friends. Now in the previous session, we have discussed about two major disasters, and in the series of these disasters, the third one is Seveso dioxin disaster. That is Seveso dioxin disaster 1976. So what exactly happened at Seveso? So that is the location. That is why it is called as Seveso. And the disease is related to the dioxin. That is why it is called as Seveso dioxin disaster. So it is an industrial accident that occurred on 10th July 1976 in a small chemical manufacturing plant approximately 20 kilometers north of Milan in the Lombardy region of Italy. So the main cause of this disaster is TCDD. So that is called as tetrachloro dibenzo P dioxin. So it is chemically, it is called as 2378 tetrachloro dibenzo P dioxin. So tetra means 4 times and chloro means chlorine atoms. So 4 times chlorine atoms, di means 2, benzene, benzo means benzene, and 2 benzene rings, 4 chlorine atoms, and with dioxin means oxygen, that is nascent oxygen is attached in the ring as a other than hydrocarbon compound, and that 2378 indicates the number at which these chlorine atoms are attached. So this is an a chemical due to which this disaster is happen. So it is resulted due to this exposure of this TCDD in residential population, which gave rise to numerous scientific studies and standardized industrial safety regulations. So after this accident in Italy, the regulations are modified, rectified, and some new safety regulations are where came in the picture. So this EU, that is European Units Industrial Safety Regulations, are known as Seveso 2 Directive. So after this disaster, these new safety regulations came into picture, and the location of this disaster is Seveso. That is why it is Seveso disasters. So that Seveso having the population 17,000 in 1976 and was the community most affected due to this disaster. So other neighboring communities were also affected due to this disaster. The industrial plant located in Meda was owned by the company ICMESA, that is Meda Chemical Industries, a subsidiary of Guardian, which in turn was a subsidiary of Hoffman La Roche. So this is the company where and the location is Seveso. So this disaster is mainly affected on this Seveso location for these 17,000 people. So what exactly this TCDD is, what exactly the reaction is. So this is the reaction, that is the first compound. So this number one compound is 1245 tetrachlorobenzene. So this 1245 tetrachlor means 4 times chlorine atoms in the benzene ring is attached. So this compound is reacted with the NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, and then second compound is formed. So this second compound is 245 trichlorophenol. So you can understand this chlorine atom is replaced by OH now, and it becomes this benzene ring becomes phenol. So if OH is attached to the benzene ring, then it is called as phenol. But now in this case, there are 3 chlorine atoms at the different points. That points are called as 2, 4, 5. And That is why it is called as 2,4,5 trichlorophenol. This is an intermediate compound, and at high temperature this compound is again changed to the third compound. So this third compound is nothing but the TCDD. So we have already mentioned that tri tetrachloro, that is 4 times chlorine atoms, and this oxygen is attached in the benzene ring instead of carbon compound. So if it is the case, then it is called as TCDD. So this is the formation of TCDD, and this is the reaction for that particular industry at Seveso. Then the 2,4,5 trichlorophenol, that is second number compound, was intended as an intermediate for hexachlorophene. So we have already discussed that this is an intermediate and then it is converted into TCDD. So for producing this TCDD, this reaction must be carried out at a temperature above what was the achievable using the normal process utilities that is available at the plant. So the basic requirement is at high temperature. So for that purpose, to achieve this temperature, they have arranged and decided to use the exhaust steam from the on-site electricity generation turbine and pass that around an external heating coil installed on the chemical reactor vessel. So they decide to use this exhaust steam from this generation unit, and then they have passed through the coil to the reactor vessel to achieve the required temperature. The exhaust steam pressure was normally 12 bar and temperature is 190 degrees Celsius, which resulted in the reaction mixture 158 degrees Celsius. So this steam is passed at 12 bar and at temperature 190 degrees Celsius, and from this steam the heat is absorbed by the reactants, and after the exothermic reaction the temperature reaches to 158 degrees Celsius. So it is very close to its boiling point of 160 degrees Celsius. Now for the safety testing, which shows the onset of an exothermic side reaction, the critical temperature is 230 degrees Celsius. So from the expert's point of view, the critical temperature where the reaction may not be in our control, that was 230 degrees Celsius. And the reaction temperature which is achieved after supplying the steam is 158 degrees Celsius. So it is far away from the 230 degrees Celsius. And that is why they may decide to continue for this steam. So crucially, no steam temperature reading was made available to the plant operator responsible for the reactor. So that is one of the point to be mentioned in this disaster case. So no steam temperature reading was made available. Then the chemical release accident occurred when a batch process was interrupted. So this is a batch process, and when the batch process was interrupted prior to the completion of the final step, removal of ethylene glycol from the reaction mixture by distillation method. So due to conformance with an Italian law requiring the shutdown of the plant operations over the weekend. So due to the interruption and with reference to the Italian law, the process of removing this ethylene glycol, which is produced due to the reaction mixture before the final step, that was removed, but the reaction was interrupted. Then the abnormally hot upper region of the reactor jacket then heated the adjacent reaction mixture. So due to these interruptions and due to the excess heat which is accumulated at the top region, the hot upper region of the reactor jacket heated the adjacent reaction mixture. So this heat is transferred from this hot region to the adjacent reaction mixture, which may be at low temperature. So as we know that this is interrupted, the reaction is not continue. That is why the stirrer is in the off position. So if the stirrer is not running, so we can understand the uniform mixing or the uniform temperature distribution is not possible, and the uniform heat distribution is not possible. So as the uniform heat is not possible, that is why localized heating is continue, and that is why the temperature is beyond the 158 degrees Celsius. So due to this local temperature increase, the exothermic side reaction is also continue, and again the temperature is rises speedily. So other parts of the site had already started to close down as the processing of other batch is finished, which reduced the power consumption across the plant and causing a dramatic drop in the load on the turbine. So as other processes are closed down, so whatever the energy they were going to consume, that is also going to reduce. So the drastic drop in the load on the turbine is there, and that is why again the increase in the temperature is continue. So that continue up to the 300 degrees Celsius for this exhaust steam. And this much hotter steam then proceeded to the heat the portion of the metal wall of the accident reactor above the level of the liquid within it to the same temperature. So this 300 degrees Celsius steam is going to transform this energy to that upper portion that is above the liquid level to that reactor. And not having a steam temperature reading among their instruments, that was the main problem. So operators of the reactor were unaware of the presence of this additional heating. So they don't understand that this much of heating is going on in the reactor, that is 300 degrees Celsius exhaust steam is passed to this top portion of the reactor as they were not having the steam temperature reading. And they stopped the batch as they normally would by isolating the steam and turning off the stirrer in the reactor vessel. So they were doing their regular duties. So due to this, the temperature of the reaction mixture is again increased up to 180 degrees Celsius, and the steam temperature is 300 degrees Celsius. So 180 degrees Celsius is again far away from the 230 degrees Celsius, which was given the critical temperature by the expert. So that is the gap between the 50 degrees Celsius. At that lower critical temperature, slow runaway decomposition began and releasing more heat, leading to the onset of the rapid runaway reaction. So when the temperature reaches 230 degrees Celsius, so 7 hours later, so this critical temperature reaches, and then the reactor relief valve eventually open. So this valve designed for this temperature for this particular pressure. So after reaching the 230 degrees Celsius, the reactor relief valve is open, causing the aerial release of 6 tons of chemicals which settle over 18 kilometers square of the surrounding area. So due to this relief wall, the 6 tons of chemicals which settle over 18 kilometers area, 18 kilometer square area of the surrounding of that Seveso. So among the substance release was 1 kg of TCDD, and at the normal or the nominal reaction temperature, the TCDD is normally seen only the trace amount. So at 150 degrees Celsius or less than that, only trace amounts of this TCDD is always observed near about 1 ppm, that is parts per million. But for the higher temperature, that TCDD is reached up to 166 ppm. So that is 166 multiple of this normal 1 ppm limit. And due to this high temperature, this TCDD reached up to 166 parts per million. Now, due to this effect, due to this release of TCDD, the immediate effect is observed. That is, the affected area was split into zone A, B, and R. So this zone A means this was further split into 7 subzones, but the local population was advised not to touch or eat locally grown fruits or vegetables because the TCDD soil concentration in this zone A reached up to 50 plus micrograms per square meters, and it had 736 residents. So due to this soil concentration, soil pollution due to this TCDD, that is 50 plus micrograms per square meter. So that zone or that residential area is called as zone A. Then zone B is had TCDD soil concentration between 5 to 50 microgram per meter square, and it had about 4,700 residents. And the zone R had negligible or TCDD soil concentration, but that is less than 5 microgram per meter square, and it had 31,800 residents. So within days, a total of 3,300 animals, mostly poultry and rabbits, were found dead. So due to this TCDD, as in the structure, the chlorine is contained. So chlorine is toxic and poisonous, and this is the derivative of chlorine. That is why, and the two oxygen atoms are attached instead of carbon. So that is also dangerous one. So due to this combination of this TCDD structure, 3,300 animals were dead. And the emergency slaughtering commenced to prevent TCDD from the entering the food chain. And that is why by 1978, 80,000 animals had been slaughtered to break that food chain, right? So to break the food chain, 80,000 animals had been slaughtered, and 3,300 animals were dead due to this TCDD. 15 children were quickly hospitalized with skin inflammation. By the end of the August, Zone A had been completely evacuated and fenced. 447 were found to be suffer from the skin lesions or chloracne. Due to this chlorine, acne is there. That is why it is called as chloracne. An advice center was set up for the pregnant women, of which only 26 opted for an abortion, which was legal in special cases after the consultations. So this is the immediate effects of this TCDD release. And as far as the long-term health effects are concerned, a 1991 study 14 years after the accident sought to assess the effects to the thousands of persons that had been exposed to the dioxin. So in the 1991 also, thousands of people were exposed to the dioxin. The most evident adverse health effect ascertained was chloracne, and other early effects noted were periphery neuropathy and liver enzyme inductions. So these are the different health effects after the accident. The ascertainment of other possibly severe sequel of dioxin exposure, example the birth defects, was hampered by the inadequate information. A study published in 98 concluded that the chloracne was the only effect established with the certainty. Early health investigation includes liver function, immune function, neurologic impairment, and reproductive effects yielded conclusive results. An excess mortality from the cardiovascular respiratory diseases was uncovered. An excess of diabetes cases was also found. So these are the side effects on the health of the public, even after 14 years, 20 years of accidents. So result of cancer incidence and mortality follow-up showed an increased occurrence of cancer of the gastrointestinal sites and the lymphatic and hematopoietic tissues. So the main causes of increasing the number of cases in the cancer disease is due to this chloracne and dioxin. So due to this TCDD release. Even a 2001 study confirmed in victims of the disaster that dioxin is carcinogenic. So carcinogenic means which can cause cancer. So due to this dioxin, the cancer is generated to the humans and then corroborate its association with the cardiovascular and endocrine related effects. Even in 2009, an update including 5 more years up to 1996 found an increase in the lymphatic and hematopoietic tissue neoplasms and increased breast cancer cases. So due to this chlorine, that chloroacne, and due to this dioxin, cancer cases in increase and which can be observed in 2009 also after these many years. So that is why it is in a major disaster case that after 76, the immediate effects we can observe, we can understand, but the long-term health effects are also studied by the experts, and due to the chemical, that is toxic chemicals, poisonous chemicals, the long-term effects are also there and observed in 2009 also. So this is all about the Seveso dioxin disaster. So this picture gives you the idea regarding these 3,300 animals were dead immediately. Then the release of this TCDD and the major effect, that is chloroacne. So this due to this chlorine, which adversely affects on our skin, and some acne are produced due to this chlorine. That is why it is chloroacne disease. And another major um, result is cancer.